introduce yourself and describe your role in Clean Fuels Ohio?
Sure. Well, I'm Sam Spoffworth. I'm Executive Director of Clean Fuels Ohio. We're a statewide nonprofit organization. We're also a Department of Energy Clean Cities Coalition. So I run this organization. I was also the founder of the organization back in 2002. And then I'm also a Clean Cities coordinator as part of that network of nearly 100 coalitions across the country.
Great. Can you describe current Clean Fuels Ohio efforts to educate and raise awareness about alternative fuel vehicles in Central Ohio?
Well, I should first say we're a statewide organization, so we actually do work to educate the public and fleets and government agencies all over the state, and we do so through a couple of specific programs. We have a program called Ohio Green Fleets, and that's an effort to reach out and educate and also provide technical assistance to various government agencies, school districts, a lot of small and large businesses, and others about how they can develop green fleet action plans to improve the environmental performance of their fleets. And there's lots of different options that they have. So that's one example of a program that we do. We also do a lot of work to increase the availability of various types of alternative fuels like biodiesel, ethanol, natural gas, propane, and even electric vehicle charging to fleets as well as the motoring public. So the work that we do has an impact on people's everyday lives in that way.
In what ways have you seen the EcoCAR Challenge contribute towards Clean Cities Coalitions in Clean Fuels Ohio? And in what ways would you like to see EcoCAR and Clean Cities Coalitions collaborate?
Well, I know that the EcoCAR program in universities all over the country have provided interns to a lot of the Clean Cities Coalitions all over the U.S. And that kind of staff resource through an intern, it can be extremely valuable to an organization like ours or others that we're nonprofit organizations, and so oftentimes we're cash strapped and looking for those kinds of resources, and so that's been really helpful. I mean, I think on an ongoing basis, what's really exciting about the EcoCAR program, for me especially, is that it's an effort by students to really push the envelope on advanced vehicle technologies, really demonstrate what kind of technologies are viable, what's going to work, and then in turn those technologies can be integrated into the vehicles that are being sold out there. And then what we do as a Clean Cities organization is take a lot of that and then help it get deployed out there in the mass market, so consumers can buy these vehicles with more advanced technologies, fleets can buy these vehicles. And so the work that you guys are doing in the shop to demonstrate these technologies can be picked up and used by us to really get these technologies out there.
And the last question, where do you see alternative fuel vehicles 10 years into the future?
I think we're going to see, people always ask me, what's the answer, what's the fuel that we're going to have in the future that everyone's going to use in their vehicles? And I don't really think in that kind of a time frame in 10 years certainly that there's any one answer, but I think we're going to see a lot more diversity of technologies being being introduced, not only introduced but establishing a foothold in the marketplace. Whether it's for example, natural gas powered vehicles. There's a real strong economic business case that you can make for natural gas powered vehicles in certain kinds of fleets. It's the same thing to be said for propane powered vehicles. Also consumers adopting these vehicles. I think within the next 10 years, plug-in electric vehicles are also really going to gain a stronghold in the market. And a lot of this is based upon, it's not only that these vehicles are better environmentally, it's because for example with plug-in vehicles, they cost only 20 cents on the dollar of what a conventional vehicle costs to operate. So as we see the price of oil going up and up and up, and just that kind of volatility in the marketplace, these other sources of energy like electricity natural gas, biofuels, make more and more business sense, more and more sense for the average consumer. So we're just going to see a lot more diversity out there.
Great, thank you.
'Cause he's going the distance.